Well, first off, Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and we hope that all of you are able to spend time with your loved ones and family and enjoy the holidays, enjoy some downtime, and then get ready to get going, because now's the time where we have to kill it between now and January 1st. I think many of us are thinking this is the downtime, and what I've learned is that the people who are successful, they use this time between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Big things are happening so that when January 1 hits, they are starting out like a rocket. There's no grass growing under their feet. So I encourage all of you, enjoy the holiday and then get going.
So you're saying that the best recipe for a good 2019 is a strong finish to 2018.
Yeah. And preparation, this is a great time to prepare. And then while you're preparing, good things seem to happen while you're making preparations.
So the other day we were doing this live stream on Wednesday where Leo had been interviewing me, and Carrie Kiefer asked a good question. She said, what are you guys telling agents to do in the next 45 days, to finish up the year? And so Greg picked up on this question, and he loves questions like this. So he wanted to take a moment to sort of share some of his thoughts. So we're gonna move quickly through this. But this is what Greg thinks about the next 45 days, and I'm going to jump in here and there.
So here are a few thoughts. Number one, work on improving you and how you think. Try to become a better person in all areas.
Working on improving you and how you think. What do you mean? Give me some deeper insight into that.
I think all of us have room for growth, whether it's personal, whether it's professional. And so think about, ask people, where are my flaws? Where can I get better? I mean, be bold.
Take a good look in the mirror.
Take a good look in the mirror. See if you got flaws. Maybe you're being a victim when you shouldn't be a victim. Maybe you're not taking responsibility where you should take responsibility. Be a better person than you were yesterday. All of us can grow.
All right, 2 on this list says, work on understanding your market inside and out. Determine that no one will understand your market better than you.
When I look at that, I go, if I were a client, I would want to know that the person I'm working with has as much or more knowledge than anybody else out there. Or why wouldn't I just go find that other person? So why not become an expert here in the next 45 days on the market you work in? Know your stats, know your numbers, know everything about what's happened in this marketplace. Is there anything new? Is there anything substantial changing? What are the shifts? What have prices gone up in the last 12 months in this area? What's the supply right now? Is the supply the same all the way through, or is it quite a bit higher when you get up over 200 or 300 or 400? That's kind of where I'm at on that. So number 3, work on evaluating what worked well and what did not in 2018. Throw out the losers, try some new.
That one I think is really important too, because I think that if you look at your marketing dollars, you look at time spent, you look at all the things you've done over the course of the year, figuring out which ones actually brought business to the table and which ones didn't.
Hey, get better at what works and throw out the losers. Yeah. Number 4, work on your listing and buyer presentations. You know what? Every one of us can get better. We can get more succinct. We can use words that have more meaning and are more powerful and are more relevant, and get rid of the fluff. Number 5, please.
Number 5. All right, I'm going to take this one. Work on adding names to your sphere of influence database. 65% buyers and sellers work with someone they know or referred to. This one's interesting because we're gonna post a report here that RealTrends posted this past month, and they dig into this deeper on, I guess, how many people are working with agents, and the number is actually increasing. The percentage of people working with agents is actually on the rise. But adding names to your sphere of influence, this is a database. This one's big because your sphere of influence database is not just an Excel spreadsheet. It is an Excel spreadsheet. It's your database, but you also have people on your social media platforms too, like Facebook, Instagram. I call it like a Facebook friend binge, or really just go deep and dig deep and find those names of people who would work with you. Anyone who recognizes your face and your name, I really think should be, should know what you do and who you are.
Number 6, learn how to better teach friends and family to refer the 4 people that they know well that are going to buy and sell this year. Everyone knows 4 who are going to move. So here's your job. Your job is to elevate your presence with everybody that you know, because they are going to have an opportunity to refer 4 of their friends to somebody this year who are going to buy and sell. Why not you? How come you won't be in the mix? Well, the number one reason you won't be in the mix is if you haven't reached out and if you haven't made contact. Well, clearly that does not help. Your job between now and New Year's is to go out and contact everybody and get some FaceTime, however that may be. You need to do that.
Number 7, which again, we're gonna touch on social media for a second. So social media can be very, very lucrative for you in any sort of business that you're running, especially real estate. It's not a new thing, believe it or not. Social media has been around, it was 2005 when Facebook came out. So we're going on almost 14 years of Facebook's existence. So it's not really a new thing. And I really think that for those of you that aren't on social media and don't understand it, reach out to me, reach out to Leo, reach out to Mary, reach out to whomever. But we can help you figure out a better way to use social media. As I said in another interview this week, it was like, don't think of social media as an advertising platform. Really think about it more as a communications platform and a way to just connect with people that you know. It's just a group of people connecting. It's like a glorified Rolodex. I mean, it's just a big place where everyone's kind of congregating. If you don't use it, we need to get you on it and to use it, and we'll teach you how to do it.
Number 8, for those of you who are ninjas, you'll already know this one, but sit down each day from now until January 1, write 3 personal notes to people 5 days a week. And if you do that, you are going to make an impact. You are going to be on their list. You are going to be relevant. You're going to be visible. You have to get visible. Write 3 personal note cards. There's nothing more powerful than a personal handwritten note card.
Ninja will be here September of 2019.
And you know what? We had some of our top agents in the company this past year that were at Ninja, and they all learned something. So the idea that any of you have got it all figured out, yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so you're really big into reading kind of these self-help books. So why don't you tell me about these 3 books you have listed here?
This is part of like probably going back to number 1, how to be a better person. You know what? Read or listen to a couple books between now and January 1 that are going to make you a better person. And I'm going to give you a couple. 7 Levels of Communication by Michael Maher, Ninja by Larry Kendall, and Go Givers. Yes, Go Givers. And we have some of these books here, so if you want to come and buy a copy from us, we will sell them at cost. But read something or listen to something if you're one of those people that needs to listen versus read.
You have the last one on here was find an open house and hold them weekly. You know, as you know, there's tons of agents out there that are looking for open house hosts. When I was building my real estate business back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, I was holding probably, well, I know I was holding 3 open houses a week at a condo development, and then I would hold a couple more on Sundays at houses around the area. So it's always turned into more business for me personally.
You have to meet people. Why not meet a few more people between now and the end of the year that are going to potentially buy or sell a house and increase your numbers before you get to the first of the year? Now is the time to find the people that are going to be buying either yet this year or the first of next. Number 12, do you know what you'll say when someone asks you, so how is the market? This is such a simple question, but it's a great opportunity. Many people blow this opportunity because they will give what I would call a flippant answer, such as, oh, it's great, wonderful, never been better. When in reality, you could have turned this into an opportunity to ask them a question back saying, oh, so are you thinking about buying or selling? Because it kind of matters which one you're talking about. And are you thinking about investing? Are you thinking about buying a condo? I mean, why not take that question seriously and respond back to it with a serious question? Don't be flippant in the answer to a great opportunity. Number 13, I've kind of already talked about this.
Yeah, this one was don't be a victim. You have the ability to change course.
If you're a victim, you're basically saying that it was out of your hands. You had absolutely nothing you could do about it. If you do that on a daily basis and you don't take responsibility, in my humble opinion, you're giving away what little bit of power each of us really has in life. And the last thing that I would like to see any of you do is give away what power you have to move or change, adapt. I just want to encourage each of you to be looking for the things that come out of your mouth where you're in some way insinuating that there was nothing you could do. It was out of your hands. And I hear it at times regarding transactions, and I want to say to the agent, let's retrace our steps. Is there anything you could have done here differently? Is there anything you could have done here differently? And the answer is almost always yes, I could have done something different. But it's the same with lead generation. You have a choice.
I think that 14 is really more of like a...
That's a continuation.
Yeah, it's a continuation where you say there are more ideas, just take responsibility, ask for help. If you don't know what to do, reach out. Ask how we can help, ask what we can, I mean, we're happy to get in the ring, right? And to put the gloves on and beat up some ideas and just move things forward. The last one, get inspired, to aspire.
Start with inspired.
Yeah.
Inspiration. Well, how do you get inspiration? Do you do it through yoga? Do you do it through devotions? Do you do it with books? Do you do it with exercise? You have to do those things to be able, in my humble opinion, to aspire, to reach higher, to go further.
I'm with you.
And so I leave you with get inspired to aspire. Thank you, loser.